This will be the largest group of assembled fans in the Western Hemisphere. That's why they need a big house. Welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Hurricanes will kick it away to start us off. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Ready to fire from the pistol. To the ground with the back. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. The Wolverines headed quickly to the line.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins. Big physical runners that also had sprinter speed and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
On second down, wants to throw. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Looking to the big tight end. And they can't make the connection on third down.
Well, they try to throw for it there on third down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
On the move, it's Baxter. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up second and 4. Guys, in basketball through the years, we've seen the Big Ten ACC Challenge, and it'll be fun to watch this one on the football field.
I think this is going to be a real test of physicality. I know these are two conferences that pride themselves on that, going out and establishing the line of scrimmage. So, David, interesting X's and O's matchup here in this one.
Yeah, and it's always cool to have those measuring stick opponents. Like, once we start getting deeper in the season and start having the comparison game, well, you have a matchup, a big matchup of a Big Ten school versus an ACC school. This will be used in the college football playoff criteria.
Lining up, trying to convert this third and short from the 40. To the ground to try to move the chains. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
That's reeled in. It's Marshall. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. And the Wolverines come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Burke or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griesman, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those things.
They'll line up for a second down play. Got it behind the line. It's Hansen. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. The Wolverines look to keep this drive humming.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
Got the first down and more. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Quarterback checking off. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. He caught it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Wolverines!
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They're in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
Ready to try the point after. And the PAT makes it 7-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. West Virginia is ahead right now, but that's not exactly Major Harris out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 4 over Vanderbilt. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Line gets set, first down. Looking to move it through the air. Makes the grab on the left. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Now on first down from the 28. They'll leave it with him. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Moves away as he feels pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And the QB leaves the pocket and he scrambles out and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football with the relentless chase. I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. The freshman just a little too much on that one.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. He's going to pass. They're setting up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
He's looking for a man on second down. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Let's see what call they have on third and long from the 28. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
On third and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the fourth down.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical?
And he's running in the open. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. That's caught. It's Robinson. The expressway is wide open. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
And the Canes have taken it inside the 20. The give to the back. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
I know the passing game sells, and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On the option. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. The Canes want to crank the tempo. On 4th down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable in that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can...
You just can't go backwards there. He did, and they swarmed him for a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stops.
And the Miami offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Pass the sticks, and he may get more. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. He's looking to throw, trying to get to him. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Dances away from the heat. Fires to the wideout. That one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Drilled as he throws, and they stop him on 4th down with the heat. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover 1. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Going up top on 1st down. Pressure coming. Escapes the sack. Trying to make magic on the scramble. At the 20, he's got space. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll throw it on first down. Fires into the end zone. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Looking to the end zone. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the second half. Oh, he's going to go for the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. After the lack of production in the first half, plenty to talk about. Let's see what they can dial up here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think you stay calm. I think you make adjustments, Jesse. I think you realize what they're doing to us and how can I attack that. But you also tell the guys, low-scoring game, still very much in this. We can still be who we are.
It's a good point. I think on offense, this is not the time to reinvent the wheel. I think you stay true to who you are and what your identity is, and you've got to show confidence in your guys to go out and just execute better here in the second half.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Back to the ground game on the left. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're just making things harder now. It's 1st and 20. Wants to pass. With the catch, it's Horton. Turns it on in midfield. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
What a weapon this guy is, right? The tight end position, not only can he get open, he can run away from people after the catch. He's a big dude, so he's hard to bring down anyway, but the speed is what makes him different.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. They're bringing heat. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
What a great play. Winning one-on-one, getting home and getting a sack, and that kind of effort is going to get the big house fired up. These 100,000-plus Michigan Wolverine fans are on their feet screaming because of that dominant play right there coming from their D-line.
Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Might be looking to run. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Quarterback moving. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Not a ton of play calls for 3rd and California when you're on offense. You know you're going to have your quarterback holding on to the football. You really got to think about how you're going to protect him offensive coordinator may want to think about using more max protect schemes, get more bodies in to give this quarterback a chance.
And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
So after the first down run, here's second down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Wants to throw on second down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And the defense comes up with the sacks. And this defense has been dialed in all day. Really, really good job. This offense is going to have to find something different, do something to try to stretch this D and make them feel uncomfortable.
In other schools around the country, Slippery Road, 45. Tiffin University, 35.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on third and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Complete to the left.
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
And the Wolverines want to move quickly. They'll put the tight end in motion. With jet sweep pass. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it.
And he breaks into the open. Past the 30. Inside the 10. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Michigan. He'll try to tack on one more. And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And what a way to finish. A 70-yard run to the end zone. He's going to bring it out from deep. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Using the quick game. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35. That completion delivers a first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Oh, the freshman lucky that one didn't get picked off.
Yeah, and listen, it's one thing to miss a receiver that you go, oh, that was open, that's the right place to throw the football, but he sailed that one, but he was still in a double coverage. You got to make better decisions than that.
Still on the 35-yard line after that incompletion. Here comes 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got a man. It's Carr. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
His pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
After misfiring, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. A little screen to the running back. They almost got a first down there. Stopped a yard short. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanking the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Leaves it with the running back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Brings up 2nd down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Michigan 14, Miami 2.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Looking for a crease to the left. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They want to run this quarterback. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. The Wolverines in the hurry-up. Trying to find his man on 1st down. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Line getting set on 2nd down. out in the backfield. It's Moore.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. A run for the quarterback. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. And the Wolverines are rolling down the field. This is a designed run. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. This offense has done a good job on this drive, taking time off the clock as they come up on 2nd down. Shakes off the defender. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this rhythm.
The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Keeps those legs churning for 3 yards. He's down at the 9.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football, run the clock, let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll give it to the back. Just steamrolling the defense. Touchdown Wolverines! And they take it in for 6 more points. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. What can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today, but opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just...
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield, and he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And they stop the